Hi, I'm going to look at That 70s Show. That 70s Show premiered on Fox in 1998, and it ran for 8 seasons, ending in 2006. The show was directed by David Traynor and created by Mark Brazil along with husband-wife duo Bonnie and Terry Turner. David Traynor directed every episode excluding the pilot, which was directed by famed Golden Girls director Terry Hughes. The show lasted an impressive 200 episodes, with the writers deciding to write the season 8 finale as the ending to the show rather than face possible cancellation by the network. That 70s Show takes place in Point Place, Wisconsin, and it centers around the lives of 6 high school students: Eric Foreman, Donna Pinciotti, Michael Kelso, Jackie Burkhart, Piece of Shit, and Fez. A large portion of the show takes place in Eric's basement, where the group intake copious amounts of beer and weed on a seemingly daily basis. Beyond that, the plot mainly focuses on their lives and the relationships that develop between them. Eric and Donna are in a relationship while the rest of the group take turns dating Jackie. The show follows everyone post-graduation and ends only after each member has found their path, like how Eric leaves for Africa to teach following the 7th season due to Topher Grace's wish to move on from the show, and Ashton Kutcher deciding to leave the show shortly before filming for the 8th season began. This led to his character Kelso being featured in only 5 episodes of season 8 before he could receive a proper send-off. That 70s Show has received over 150,000 reviews on IMDb from fans, culminating in an 8.1 rating. On Rotten Tomatoes, the show has a solid 77% rating, which is pretty good considering the final season is rated an atrocious 25% and certified rotten. The main issue most people had with the final season was simply that the show should have ended after season 7. Most people were happy with the ending they got and didn't really feel invested in the new things the cast were doing. If you ignore the awful final season, That 70s Show actually scores an 84, moving the show into certified fresh territory. Looking to Metacritic, we see the show having a rating of universal acclaim at 8.4 from audiences. Critics would although give the show mixed reviews and a mediocre rating of 63%. Some critics applauded the show for its ability to capture the feel and aesthetic of the decade, while others blasted it for not being authentic enough and also boring. The critic reviews wouldn't hold That 70s Show back when it came to award shows, as they were able to pull in many awards and nominations over their time on the air. The show was frequently recognized for its choreography and costume design, winning an Emmy in 1999 for Outstanding Costume Design for a Series. This was their only Emmy win, although over 8 seasons the show was able to pull in 16 Emmy nominations in many categories, including hairstyling, makeup, art direction, and several more. That 70s Show was admitted to the OFTA Television Hall of Fame in 2019, cementing the show's place as one of the greatest television shows in the last 2.5 decades. So That 70s Show has hundreds of thousands of reviews from fans, over a dozen awards, and almost a full decade on the air. With all of these accolades, the show has to be successful, right? Well, by most definitions of the word, the show was successful. But if you know me, then you know that I don't care about any of that. I don't care about awards, ratings, or pats on the back. The only thing I do care about are cold, hard, objective viewership statistics. Looking at the first season of That 70s Show, we see that the total viewers is solid at just below 12 million viewers per episode, while the 18 to 49 rating is sitting at a 7. This was good enough to be the 71st highest rated show nationally, as well as the 6th highest rated show on Fox. Moving on to the second season, we see a large fall off in viewership, losing almost 3 million L+7 viewers and an entire point in rating. This came with an 11th place drop on the national ranking and a 1-spot loss within the network. Following this, there would be a resurgence, as the L+7 viewers once again rose above the 10 million mark, with their rating following a similar rise. This would lead to a large leap in the national ranking, moving up to the 64th spot while actually once again losing a rank within the network. The 4th season would see another drop, losing almost 2 million viewers and falling a full point in rating. This wouldn't affect the show's national rank although, as That 70s Show stayed in the 64th spot for the second year in a row, while also moving up 2 spots to be the 6th ranked show on Fox. Moving on to the 5th season, we see that the ratings once again rise, moving above a 6 with over 10 million L+7 viewers. This would lead to a 1-spot loss in the national and network ranking. Season 5 would mark the final season where the show experienced viewership growth, as well as marked the beginning of the show's inevitable downfall. And this takes us to Season 6, which has the oddest ratings out of the rest of the seasons. we see the show loses over an entire point in the rating as well as 500,000 viewers. This loss in viewership allowed That 70s Show to rise 38 spots nationally to sit at 27th, as well as gaining 2 spots within the network to be the 5th highest rated show on Fox, marking the highest rank the show had achieved in either category. Fox's rankings also included the 2 highest nationally ranked shows, American Idol on Tuesday and American Idol on Wednesday. This really doesn't mean anything, I just thought it was funny that the 2nd highest rated show of the year was just a rerun of the 1st highest rated show. Overall television viewership for the year 2003 was down, which is the reason behind the large loss in viewership resulting in such a massive jump in ranking, as most shows saw a larger loss than what That 70s Show experienced. Now for the final seasons. We have the largest drop for the entire series, losing 3 million L+7 viewers and almost 2 points. The national and network rank would plummet, losing 29 and 7 spots respectively, and falling out of the top 50 ranked shows in the nation. The 8th season was just more of the same, losing another 0.5 point and 1 million more viewers. The show was clearly in a decline, and the showrunners happened to agree, deciding to write endings for each character and wrapping up the loose ends in the season 8 finale rather than continue on making the show. After viewing every season's ratings, you can see how That 70s Show was able to maintain a solid number of viewers during its time on the air up until the end, as well as landing just outside of the top 25 rated shows in the year 2003. This made That 70s Show the 6th highest rated sitcom for that season, coming in just behind NBC's Scrubs. Lasting 8 seasons and 200 episodes, along with the solid viewership ratings that the show maintained in the early seasons, I would say that the show was a sitcom B+. It's pretty good, but it's nothing to make Dad proud. And that's about it. I've been Semantics. Have a great day today, guys.